This is News Talk 95.1 FM, 790 AM KFYO, and I'm Matt Martin. We're sitting here with David Cho from the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra, conductor. Now, how have y'all been doing? I mean,
Great. Well, thanks. First of all, thank you for having me here.
yeah.
There's a saying, when God gives you a dilemma, we make a dilemonade. So we've been keeping busy, having Zoom meetings, doing a lot of fundraising and, meeting with folks who are involved in building the new hall downtown and reaching out to our community and our sponsors. So we've been pretty busy.
So how is the Buddy Holly Center coming along?
Well, great. They had a great day yesterday, and the day before. They are well on their way in making their target schedule to finishing the hall in September.
Okay.
So it's going to be a great facility, and Michelle Stevens, the executive director of LIPA, who is in charge of building Buddy Holly Hall, was very, very excited and optimistic of opening the great world-class acoustics Buddy Holly Hall in September. And there are lots of enthused arts organizations in our community who are very excited about this.
So are they testing everything, making sure everything's ready to go, or is the one thing that I worry about is they'll get to that first concert and then boom, something doesn't work.
Well, there are many things that happen prior to certificate of occupancy. Our main priority as artists, we are concerned with the world-class acoustics.
Right.
So acousticians, internationally world-renowned acousticians come in and they will tune the hall during the summer. So with singers, performers playing in the hall, so they could make tweaks, adjustments prior to the opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So it's supposed to open in September.
Yes.
And I guess you've been kind of going through and seeing what they're doing. Is it the inside or as close to being completed as the outside?
Yes. The last time I did a tour, I've done tours almost 100 times with friends, colleagues, with donors and sponsors, people who are interested in purchasing PSL seats. Because they wanted to hurry up and get this thing moving, they've stopped doing tours. So it's been a while since I saw the inside, but Michelle Stevens, the executive director, she takes drone pictures and photos and videos of the updates, how the hall is looking outside and inside. So she sends them to us. So it's looking beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great. So I think you had sent me a link of something that y'all were doing on, and so what is that for, a fundraiser?
Kind of. Well,
I was like, it's not so that you can
right.
make
Yeah.
survive or anything. Right?
Well, I mean, it's an ongoing partnership with a local businessman, a trusted businessman and friend. His name is David Tobin, owner of Cleaning Services of Lubbock. He has offered to partner with the Lubbock Symphony if the businesses and restaurants, due to the U.S. reopening, if they would like to sanitize and disinfect their bathrooms and facilities and their public areas through Cleaning Services of Lubbock.
Yeah.
Dave Tobin and Cleaning Services of Lubbock will donate 5% of their proceeds to the Lubbock Symphony.
Okay.
So it's a great partnership, and we're excited to serve our community and, not only become visible, but, we really care. People who are willing to go back to work, we would like to provide sanitized and clean workspace for them.
Yeah. So get your space cleaned and donate to the Symphony Orchestra at the same time.
Yes, sir. And the phone number to call is 806-778-3370, and make sure you mention Lubbock Symphony, so that the Symphony Kit could receive 5% donation from Cleaning Services of Lubbock.
Yeah. So now, how long have they been doing this?
Oh, he's been in the snow removal business, cleaning service business for over 3 decades. He's been serving Walmart all over Texas and New Mexico during the winter season when they have snowstorms. he would clean the parking lots for them. And during the off season, he has run cleaning services. And during this pandemic, he thought, wow, he's interested in getting a safe workspace for employees and the businesses in our community. So he jumped on the gun and decided to make this work for both cleaning services at Lubbock and the Lubbock Symphony. So we're very excited.
So while y'all are out, is the symphony working on any music so when they come back, they'll be ready to go? I mean, do you have music with the symphony while they're at home?
Well, we're trying to figure out an interesting way to present our programs. At the first gala in September, when the hall opens, we're going to have Kristen Chenoweth, the person who is famous for playing the role of Glinda in the famous Broadway show Wicked. She's going to perform with the Lubbock Symphony in September. And also Ludwig van Beethoven, the famous German composer, he's celebrating his 250th anniversary this year.
Old.
Yeah. But his music never gets old.
That's right.
Yeah, so we're celebrating his 250th birthday and also 100th birthday of the renowned American conductor, musician and teacher, Leonard Bernstein. Mm-hmm. We're combining the two birthdays, and we're going to feature a program.
You know what's crazy? Yeah, I know, Connor. Oh, because of that. We got to take a break. We've got the cash code coming up. So let's go ahead and take a quick break here at News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. This is News Talk 95.1 FM, 790 AM KFYO. All right, we're going to go back. We got it's Dr. Cho, right?
Oh, just yes, David.
You are Dr. Cho, but David Cho here on KFYO. And I was talking to him during the break. One of the things that fascinates me about classical music is when you look at what's happening historically at the same time this music came out. Sometimes it feels like this music is so old and so ancient, and really it's not. It was happening during the same time of Beethoven was happening. A lot of his stuff was happening while we were doing the Revolutionary War, and we were getting everything together in an early America. And you think about the music that was going on in early America versus what was going on in Europe, and it's so vastly different. I mean, you had but anyway, point being, one of the things that fascinates me is looking at the timeline of what was going on while this music was being written in other places, and it's very fascinating. Anyway, sorry, that's a little offshoot, but music is something that I've always loved, and people like Bach, what's known in orchestra, you get an orchestra going, but I mean, he had huge chorales that of music, people singing, and churches nowadays just don't have the, I would say, assets, the people that could sing something like that because it's so complicated.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Matt. When we say the three big B's in music is Bach, Beethoven, and Brahms, and those are the composers who wrote the great masterpieces. Mm-hmm. And people say the music is old and they're dead, but the music really speaks to our humanity. So even if it was composed 200 years ago, it speaks to humans and the way we make beautiful sounds, beautiful music. The humans can resonate with the sound.
Absolutely. So, and I'll tell you, I feel like when you go to a symphony orchestra, which is different from watching it online or getting a recording of it, you actually almost feel the music kind of going around you, and it's such a different feel to it, especially if you're a big music kind of person. It's like it's like you can be a part of the music almost, versus when you listen to a recording or you listen to it some other way, you hear the music, you think it's beautiful, but you don't feel the music sometimes. That's how I look at it. I mean, it's almost, it's weird because if it just goes into your ears, it has a different feeling than if you feel it all around your body. And I don't know.
Absolutely.
People think I'm crazy, but that's the way I feel music a lot of times.
You're right on the dot. There's nothing that could replace live performance. And I know this very testing times, mm-hmm. we are tested to come up with ways to communicate that music to our audience. But we're optimistic. We keep our chins up
Yep.
And when God gives you a dilemma, we make the lemonade.
So I'm going to ask you a difficult question.
Sure.
And the reason as far as the symphony orchestra, I know that y'all aren't able to do performances right now. But I know that y'all also get a lot of donations and stuff like that. Is everything going okay with as far as financially with the symphony orchestra? Is it going to make it? I mean, I'm sure we're going to see it again coming back stronger.
Yeah.
In September, you're going to be in a new venue that's just going to be amazing. But I know that right now, like you said, it's very trying on an organization like that.
Yes, we canceled our last 2 programs of our season, but we were very lucky to have an organization that was on a very strong financial footing. And our current executive director and our past executive director left the symphony in a very, very strong ground. And so we were able to pay our musicians even if they didn't perform because we had contracted them for the last
amazing.
2 concerts. So the musicians were very happy about that.
Yeah, I'm sure they were.
And, they appreciate it.
Yeah,
because,
absolutely.
Left and right, their performance opportunities get canceled. But the Lubbock Symphony was able to provide with the financial promises that were made through the contracts. Hopefully, by the end of the summer, we'll be able to come back and be able to perform together, closer than 6 feet apart. But
that also, when you're in that position, your musicians don't run away to somebody else. I mean, not that they would. I mean, a lot of them have their roots in this community, and but some of them are. I mean, they're great musicians. They could potentially go to other places and be able to do their music in other places, but because you're able to financially keep them here,
yes,
that helps a lot.
Well, the musicians were very, very grateful to the board of directors of the Lubbock Symphony and the staff. Again, we were talking about earlier, but during these times when we do need donations, one of our trusted local businessman, David Tobin, and his cleaning services in Lubbock has come forward to donate 5% of their proceeds to the Lubbock Symphony. So if there are businesses out there who want to get their facilities, bathrooms, and office spaces sterilized and sanitized, disinfected prior to U.S. opening, I hope they can call Cleaning Services of Lubbock at 806-778-3370 and mention Lubbock Symphony. So the symphony can receive 5% donation.
So y'all also received a donation from the city. How much did y'all get from the city?
Was
it like 20,000?
Symphony orchestras? Symphony orchestras in America, we do not receive any government subsidy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we highly depend on private funding and sponsorships. We have many generous donors who have supported the symphony, Citibank, Prosperity Bank, many, many organizations. There are physicians in town, lawyers in town who have loved music and the arts and have supported the Lubbock Symphony for decades. So we appreciate them very much.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Dr. David Cho.
Thank you,
for coming on.
Thank you, Connor.
I remember the reason why I try to throw the doctor in there every time is because if you remember Dr. Evil, he's like, I didn't go through 6 years of evil medical school to be called Mr. Thank you, or evil doctor school. So you work for that. I want to make sure you get it. But
thank you, Matt.
But thank you for coming out and telling us what's going on with the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra during this hard time. All right, when we come back, we should have Dr. Skuvanek on the phone, and we'll be right back after these messages.